Welcome to Pizza Roundtable, which is part of the Pizza Club Network, where we host some of the biggest pizza movers and shakers in the pizza industry. Tonight, you're here with me for, like I said, Pizza Roundtable, where we'll talk about some of the biggest pizza news of the week and give you a chance to weigh in on it. And tonight, I'm joined by the founder of the Pizza Club, Michael Fox. Michael, what's going on? How you doing?
What's going on, Will? Excited to be here for the premiere episode here tonight. It's really, really exciting.
Absolutely. You're making me nervous over here already. I can't even get my sentences out. Well, listen, I think we've got a lot of exciting articles to talk about tonight. So I think it'd be great we jump right into them. So in general, guys, first article up here, I'll put it up on our screen for us to share. This one is going to be from foodandwine.com. And this one is titled DiGiorno's new Thanksgiving pizza has all the fixing. You can sample a full Thanksgiving meal with every bite of this pie. All right. So, Michael, what do we think, man? Thanksgiving in general, is this a holiday that makes you think about pizza? And do you even like Thanksgiving?
Wow. I mean, so many questions. Yes, I like Thanksgiving. Pizza and Thanksgiving. I mean, okay, sure. Let's talk about it. tell
Why
tell me
not?
more.
Right? Can't hurt. Right? I mean, we're kind of enjoying this quick little video here. It looks like a Detroit style with all of the fixings, turkey. Ooh, sorry. Every Wednesday, November 1st through November 22nd, visit Shop DiGiorno website to buy one. Damn, dude, I am absolutely down to check this out. I think this is pretty fun. So I mentioned, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, probably. DiGiorno over the course of over the course of September, had a bunch of the different pizza drops, and they were kind of featuring some pineapple and pickle type items as well. And you have to log in on like
Right.
Tuesdays and try to like enter to win something. So I don't know. It sounds like DiGiorno's off to a pretty good start. I'd say a lot of interesting offerings. But let's break down this pizza just for a second. So we've got looks like turkey, uh, in frozen, so gravy, sweet potatoes, green beans, cranberries, two kinds of cheese, and a crispy onion topping. It sounds like a lot of stuff on a pie, but what do you think?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of toppings, a lot of stuff going on there. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I feel like you would try this though. I feel like this is your game to give this a whirl. Not so much my cup of tea, but I mean, it's
It's fair.
but yeah, it's interesting.
So it's kind of weird, right? I don't normally go either like super minimalistic pizza, basic toppings, or nothing, very limited, or like I'm totally down for like all the funk that you can put on there and give it a whirl. I don't know if this would be my go-to offering all the time, but I'm always happy for one of these like kind of crazy like pizzas, just to give them a whirl
Right.
the first time. Totally down. Cool. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. I've been trying to
Yeah.
snag one of these DiGiorno's on Tuesdays in general for like the pineapple and pickle ones. I haven't gotten it yet. I think we're gonna have to reach out to the powers that be at DiGiorno and see if we can get something to happen for the club. I'm ready to be a taste tester.
Well,
All right, well, listen, another quick one I want to talk about today. This one's from The Street. I think I picked it up from thestreet.com. This is one I've heard a lot about this, and it kind of harps on the idea of tipping, right, and third-party delivery in general. So this went out from DoorDash. And so I'll quote here. This is from the Street's JD Durkin, and it says separately. If you are a lousy tipper, DoorDash is preparing to call you out on it. The company is now testing a pop-up message in its app that warns customers who choose not to tip of potentially slower service. So the message says, orders with no tip might take longer to get delivered. Are you sure you want to continue? Dashers can pick and choose which orders they want to do. Orders that take longer to be accepted by Dashers tend to result in a slower delivery. So, what do we think? Is DoorDash helping people out? Are we just paying too much for delivery in general, or are you tipping in advance on your DoorDash order, Michael, or are you a post delivery tipper? And are you going to
I
change your ways now hearing this?
knowing that you're going to get your service might be affected by it.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think the way all these delivery apps are set up is that you have to kind of tip up front, because that's sort of the option, and most people do. I would imagine if you, I don't know the stats, but I'm guessing that majority of people just add a tip in the beginning, and because a lot of times maybe you don't have cash on you or something. I don't know. Maybe you do.
Absolutely.
So it's a convenience thing, but I'm sure people would prefer the tips in cash. But then again, if it's going to affect your service now, I mean that's kind of a can of
Slightly
worms.
different then, right? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
with you on that one. So I don't
because if you tip zero, then what
see where it's going
happens?
to go. Right,
You know, you tip
exactly.
zero up front, and then you tip cash in the end. Now what happens? So, and your tip might be bigger.
Yeah. I'm with you though on that. The idea of like, hey, if I want my food to come fast or I want to make sure I'm getting it, I'm absolutely putting a tip up front and I'll probably try to make it a decent tip unless there are, 12 bazillion dollars worth of fees that just got hit otherwise from the app. But can't control them all, right? So
Yeah.
all right, cool. Let's keep on going. We'll talk about some one of our favorite items here that is also becoming someone else's favorite. I will say. So this one is from homesandgardens.com. This unique pizza oven is one of Oprah's favorite things, but it will
Whoa.
cost you. So Uni's Volt 12 is one of Oprah's favorite things, and while we loved it on a test, it's pretty expensive. So, Michael, and we talk about Uni all the time and pizza ovens. Does Uni need more publicity than it's going to get? And do we think this is going to be one of those like boom explosions for Uni? Not that it hasn't had one hitting like the Oprah's favorite things list. I don't know. Tell me, what do you think about this?
I mean, this is huge. This is a big deal. I mean, getting on her list is like a big, like the Oprah blessing, the O effect, right? So like, good.
Absolutely.
I'm sure the folks at Uni are super excited about this, and you know, I, it's a cool idea to have an indoor pizza oven that gets that hot. So this is a big win for them and for the Volt. So yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
cool. Did you get to have you gotten to try it yet? And I ask because I know like so many other members of Pizza Club have definitely had it. I've been like on a test
yeah.
run, right, and got to be an ambassador and give it a whirl. I haven't gotten to try it yet, but I mean, it looks super cool, and I'm with you just on the ease of having it in your like kitchen. Why
I
not?
yeah, no, I saw it at the expo, Pizza Expo. It was on display, so yeah, I did get to eat some pizzas that were made in it. I mean, it's I think if you're making a Neapolitan pizza or many different kinds of pizzas, but the fact that you can get up that hot indoors, I think that's the kind of the angle. So yeah, no, it's a cool oven, and yeah, it was on display there. So
Awesome. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm looking forward to like being able to try it. I think it just is so cool. Like I love my like Coda 16. I have like a natural gas connection for mine, so it's pretty quick and easy to use. But I mean, just kind of plugging it in my house, getting the same
yeah,
result. I'd be happy for that. But yeah,
yeah,
but I'm with you. I'm intrigued to see if Oprah really blows it up.
yeah. I
If
I
the
think
O
so.
list is if the O list is still as important as it once was, we'll have to reach out to Udi and check back in.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. And yeah, having an indoor oven if you're in a city or that this is not something. If you're in the suburbs, it's maybe this isn't as big of a deal, but for those who are living in with no outdoor space, it's kind of cool. So
No, absolutely. I'm with you there. All right, cool. So let's see what else do we have that we are going to talk about. Oh, got it. Yes. So this is an article from Tasting Table. This one's, I'm intrigued because we've been recently enjoying a lot of our Tasting Table articles. I'll put it that way. This one is going to be 18 creative ways to use leftover pizza. So I only thought or say before, Michael, that there was one way to use leftover pizza, and that was to enjoy eating it. Obviously, we were incorrect in that assumption because there are 18 creative ways to use leftover pizza now. So, are you ready? How creative can we get? Michael, you are creative, so like, do you feel at home already about this?
yeah, yeah, sure.
All right, dude, let's do it. So, first one, Michael, make your pizza into pizza fries. I haven't seen you do that yet, but I'm going to be intrigued. Make it into a savory bread pudding. All right. Use your slices as a bread for a sandwich. This one I can see. We've talked about the double slice on top of each other. Is that really a sandwich in the first place, right? Chop and bake it into croutons. This sounds somewhat labor intensive, and I don't know if I'm going to do that, but
Yeah.
okay. Stuff it with cheddar and for an upgraded grilled cheese. Maybe on that chicken bacon ranch pizza that you unfairly declined before, this could have been an option, but I don't know about on a standard cheese slice. Transform it into pizza French toast. I'm absolutely down to give this one a whirl. Michael, I know what you're having for breakfast tomorrow. Do you agree? All right, swap it in for lasagna noodles. Okay, stick it
Yeah.
in a waffle iron. This one's kind of cool. I think this could be an interesting play of seeing what this is going to come out like. What do you think?
Wow. Yeah, that's interesting.
You're not mind blown. All right, roll
I
it
mean, I am,
around
but I just don't know what to say.
roll it
I'm speechless.
around a hot dog. So I think this is somewhat of a cop out here. Everyone
Yeah.
knows when we go to Costco, you already get the Costco pizza and the hot dog, and you roll that hot dog up in your Costco pizza slice. So this is a home remedy. This is a cop out. What do you think? Are you often going to Costco and getting hot dog rolled pizzas, Michael?
I'm gonna say no. Is that the right
All
answer?
right, fair, I guess. Deconstruct the toppings for your eggs or omelets. This sounds very time consuming. I don't know about this one,
Yeah.
but okay, okay,
Why not just put the toppings on? Yeah, I don't understand that.
yep, couldn't agree more. Use it as a starch for your casserole.
Okay.
Interesting. Okay. Um, hmm. Add it to your stuffing instead of bread. All right. I guess, yeah, leave it there. Stick it with other toppings for a pizza kebab. Oh, I could get down with this one. What do you think? Little mini pizza kebabs would be interesting.
I mean, yeah, sure. That sounds more interesting than bread stuffing for.
I'm with
Yeah.
you on that. That's a real transformation. This is like a half transformation, pseudo
Yeah,
transformation.
it's
I
still
could I could
keeping it
appreciate
as
this one a little
pizza.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, recognizable.
Yeah.
I'll say. Roll them into pizza rolls. Nah, it sounds like the same thing. Use it as breading for. Use your pizza as breading for homemade mozzarella sticks. Um, all right. Freeze your slice for another day. Look at that, a standard option. This is the one I would expect for
Wow.
most people.
Why
Make
didn't
a
we
toad
start
in
with
the
that one?
hole.
By the way, that
I
should
know
have
this
been
should have
number
been number
one.
one. This should have been number one up there is how what to do creative uses for your
Freeze it.
leftover pizza. Have it for tomorrow. All right, making a toad in a hole. Michael, are you familiar with toad in the hole?
Yes, I am, but I this is the first time I've ever heard of this as a pizza idea.
I'm sure somebody will start marketing a special tool to create the toad in the hole for your pizza after we
Wow.
see this.
Yeah.
And finally, I think finally here, use the crust for avocado toast. So
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
reminds me of who was the celebrity? Was it Drew Barrymore we were talking about a couple weeks ago? Who had the pizza where she removed the entire top of the pizza and had it just the pizza itself separately with a salad? Then I believe
Yeah,
she
that
put them
that that
together.
is that is the famous Drew Barrymore moment. Yeah, that in the pizza world, it's legendary.
I don't know how the avocado toast comes into it, but it's interesting. I
Yeah.
will say I'm slightly disappointed. I would have been interested to see what the pizza fries looked like. What do you think
Well,
about that?
I think Helen was really excited about that. I've been reading in the chat here.
Oh,
But,
nice. Tell
but
us.
but yeah, she's all excited about that, and so yeah, I'm sure I'd love to see that. I would love to see examples of all this. I know Arthur was mentioning that these are a lot of Getty images. I would love to actually see somebody execute all these ideas. That would be really
Yes,
interesting.
absolutely. I think this is a challenge to the pizza community, Michael. You can put this out there in the Etherverse now that you are accepting contributions. Any kind of can you give out prizes if people can we want to vote on them?
Sure, yeah,
Can they
or
submit them? Can they submit them to you?
maybe, yeah, or maybe they could do it to Tasting Table. Maybe Tasting Table could give out the
Absolutely.
prize.
Let's get tasting table involved.
This is their idea. And by the way, we're a lot of people are very excited that you pulled the Tasting Table article in the chat here. It looks like it's a
Absolutely.
big winner tonight. Tasting Table article. So I just want to point that out.
Yes, I'm happy to hear that. We do appreciate some of the articles that they have out there. So all right, because I'm a sucker for a list, Michael, and I know you are always a sucker for a list. Let's do another one. This is from eatthis.com. So I tried the 8 most popular frozen pizzas, and winner was cheesy and crispy. So, Michael, are you ready for the top 8 frozen pizzas that we've probably gone through countless amounts of times? But we're breaking it live. Number 8, Tony's Cheese Pizza. I've never heard of this guy. Michael, have you? Tony's Cheese Pizza?
No.
Fair. All right. Elio's 5 cheese pizza. I will go for a minute here. I love Elio's. There's some nostalgia for me for this pizza growing up as a kid in New York. I heard it. I still buy it now for my kids, but mine don't come out looking like this. I wish there was a better image. This is not doing it justice. Now I see why it's at number 7, unfortunately.
Yeah. Actually, I think I do know Tony's brand. Now that you mention it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've seen it before in supermarkets. Yeah.
So this is the DiGiorno 4 cheese rising crust. I'm starting to think perhaps it might be the author who's cooking these is what I'm thinking, and we could possibly need some oven calibration, but that is just my first assumption. Michael, I don't know, what do you think? Is this the typical view of how your DiGiornos come out?
I don't make DiGiornos, but wow, my eyes are burning.
It's kind of like a volcano eruption, perhaps, or a lava flow of some sort. Is kind of what I'm thinking about. All right. Well, this one up next here. This is the Red Baron brick oven crust cheese trio pizza. I'm going to recommend a slightly lower temperature or less cooking time. Just unqualified opinion here. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jim was mentioning that maybe that the DiGiorno was cooked in a microwave. That was his take on a hot take.
Let's take a look at that one. Let's take a look.
I don't know if you want to go back to that for Jim's.
The DiGiorno one. Yes. Okay. Here. This could have been a kid science project, I'm thinking.
Also, Helen is not a big fan of this.
Come on, Helen. All right. I don't know about this one. I think this looks to be a little crisp on the edges for microwave. That's just my personal take. Michael, what do you think? It looks a little crisp for a microwave.
As a non-qualified microwave pizza expert, gonna say maybe. I don't know. But Helen is a fan of Red Baron, so fair enough.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean, that's a classic one, right? I mean, they do everything. I'm familiar with the Red Baron breakfast pizza mini casseroles. I could definitely go for one of those little guys. I don't know about this full-on 12 or 14-inch Red Baron, but okay. Fresh cheddar, naturally rising crust for cheese. Okay, we're getting down there. Newman's Own thin and crispy crust for cheese pizza. I'm seeing a lot of multi-cheese in this frozen escapade of pies. I will say California Pizza Kitchen, crispy thin crust for cheese pizza. Thankfully. And I think is this going to be the finalist? I think it is. Rayo's 5 cheese pizza. I've tried this one.
And
I will say I thought it was not bad. Mine did come out looking slightly different than these. I don't know. I've seen a unique similarity of the hue of all these pizzas that we looked through here. They look very similar in some sense. I don't know, Michael. What do you think? I'm not seeing a lot of diversity of the pizza look here.
No,
I feel like the frozen pizza universe was better than this, but I'm not feeling that way after seeing these.
Yeah, and I know Arthur is mentioning in the chat that he wrote an article in 2020, a definitive list of 30 pizzas with photos that we might actually, maybe a little bit more appealing for you, Will. So maybe we need to circle back to that one. But yeah, it's not doing it for me. But
I can understand that. All right. Well, we try. We try.
Hashtag no filter. That's right, Jim.
Yes. All right. Finally, listen. I think we've got time for just one more.
Okay.
This one. Let's see. What should we go with for our final one? Oh, so let's talk about this guy real quick. This one is from CBSNews.com. Let me share this. talking about Atlantic City pizza and just like a great gesture. So, Michael, are you familiar with this one? This is how workers at this iconic Atlantic City pizzeria saved a Maryland's family's vacation. Here we go. Let's share. All right. So, Atlantic City, New Jersey, workers at an iconic Atlantic City pizzeria shop found an envelope with quite a bit of money inside, and what they did next made one family's trip to the shore resort unforgettable. So, a staple since 1927, Tony's Baltimore Grill is known as the oldest pizza joint in Atlantic City. The red and white exterior sits along Atlantic Avenue near the Tropicana. Inside, it's just classic. So, essentially, manager Joe Palumbo said it's the people who work there that make the place special, and their recent act of kindness speaks volumes. It all started when a family vacationing from Maryland left behind an envelope with about $2,000 in it. Michael, have you ever gone into a pizzeria and found an envelope with $2,000 in it?
I can't say that I have, Will.
All right, well, just checking. Essentially, listen, long story short, the couple was able to have their envelope returned by the pizza staff, and essentially their vacation was saved. So, shout out to Baltimore Grill down in Atlantic City.
Yeah.
If you found this envelope, would you be returning it? I know you're a good guy.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. I would, of course. But by the way, I just want to say that we've had our last pizza club gathering at Tony's Baltimore Grill, and Joey, who's mentioned in an article, is awesome. And I'm so glad that there was a nice little happy ending to that story, and the team there is great. So we hopefully we'll get him on the future episode to talk about this article, because that's a cool story. Yeah.
Awesome. I love it.
But
I love it. All right. Well, listen, Michael, on that note, I think it's time to wind it down, guys. This has been Pizza Club Pizza Roundtable, where we got to talk about some of the biggest pizza news of the week. Michael, thank you so much for chit-chatting pizza and sharing your BuzzFeed pizza nuances with us, and walking through the frozen pizza list of, I don't even know. And this is exciting, though, man.
Yeah.
Very, very much appreciated. Thank you for popping on with us.
No, thanks for a great show. This is fun.
Yeah, and thanks everyone for joining us in the chat as well. We always appreciate seeing your comments and having everyone be able to chime in. So that's what makes it a roundtable. So, guys, listen, on that note, everyone, thanks again for Pizza Roundtable, and check back in with us next week for another episode. Good night.